Log date 05-26-23, entry 23. After a week and a half long rest, I decided to continue my research in this world. Log entry 24. I began my day by traveling by boat to unexplored regions of the world. Having traveled 1,279 meters north, I've discovered a bamboo jungle. I promptly collected multiple bundles of 64 bamboo sticks. Log entry 25. Before returning to the base of operation, I found an overturned ship that seems to have crashed into the cliffside. I'm not surprised it didn't have much inside. Log entry 25.5. Continuing to the base of operation, I noticed another village with more strange villagers. I thought it would be nice if the villagers would join me and the others over at my base. So they kindly climbed into my pockets somehow, and we left. Log date 05-27-23, entry 26. After getting home, I put the villagers into a box and went to plant the bamboo that I gathered. In the end, I had 23 rows consisting of 13 to 57 long bamboo lines. Log entry 27. I spent 20 minutes or one day in this world collecting many bundles of packed ice for a project idea that I have for a later time. Halfway through collecting the ice, a polar bear came to visit me. I've named him Lars. Log entry 28. This is another message to my team. In case you're wondering what the transmission unit looks like, I've recorded the build process before the last communication update, and this is a short video collage of that process. Log entry 29. After completing about 90% of the first room in my lab, I figured that I could use some amethyst for future experiments, so I created a manual farm for it. On a side note, the amethyst sounds beautiful when broken, almost like a song. Take a listen. Log entry 30. Returning to the surface, I found a skeletal horse that when I approached, it got struck by lightning and multiplied, now with skeleton riders. After defeating the riders, 2 horses remained, so I brought them over to the manor and named them appropriately as Sha and Zam. Log date 05-28-23, entry 31. Becoming the owner of 2 impossible animals, I returned to the main base just for a traveling tradesman to offer me a new tree type, mangrove. I bought 8 propagule saplings. Until I had my first encounter with these hostile pale humans that could only grunt aggressively. Defeating all but 2, I placed their banner towards them to show my dominance and authority over them, then swiftly done away with them. The feeling that I got after that excursion left me with a concerning amount of satisfaction. I want to feel that again. And I will. Log date 05-29-23, entry 33. After a night's sleep, I remembered the beehive I found in a tree, and I think it's time that I make a honey farm. I begin the day by building the cage that I will house these bees. Luckily, the hive has 3 bees inside. Log entry 33.5. Completing the hexagonal cage, with each side being 6 blocks long, I can have 36 beehives that contain 3 bees each. I could have 108 bees producing honeycomb, and if I make a second cage, I can have the same for honey bottles. After getting the hoppers in place, I began to build the machines needed to harvest the honey. Log entry 33.5.5. I spent around an hour breeding the bees and making more hives to house more of them, and after finally completing the farm, I bone mealed the ground to get flowers to breed more bees for later. Log entry 34. I noticed that while I had made my bee farm, my iron farms had been running for 2 hours, and I collected what had been harvested, and it came out to 6 bundles of 64 blocks, and 1 bundle of 60 blocks. I am really becoming quite fond of this world. Log entry 35. Sirs, I once again hope this transmission will reach you. This world is so simple yet so complex. It's somehow so primitively advanced that everything I try to create works, but sometimes goes against the laws of physics. I will continue to update you on the progress in this world. Until next communication, over and out. Oh yeah, and before I forget, I hope you enjoyed that video of that sheep that I sent you in the last communication. I have another video for you. This is a video of a little puppy that I found. I hope you enjoy. Here it is.